So, we all know what of a hassle traveling for sport can be. Taking equipment on trains, planes, buses, to your hotel room. But I'd argue that tennis is one of the hardest sports you can travel for. Why, you might ask? Well, rackets are a nightmare to travel with. They weren't designed for travel. They're long, they take up a lot of space, and I dare you to take your 9-racket tennis bag on an aeroplane and see what happens. But I believe there's a minimalist packing technique for traveling with your tennis equipment that can make your next tennis adventure a seamless experience. So in case you're wondering why I geek out about this stuff, I've been playing tennis all my life. I started at 5 years old, and as a teenager, it was my dream to go pro. I played for 10 years on the Futures and Challengers circuit, traveling around the world from Europe, Asia, the US, competing and obviously traveling with my tennis gear. So I know what it's like traveling with tennis gear, and I wanted to find a better way to travel. And I learned some tips along the way to help fit my tennis rackets in, to travel on a plane, and how to really make the most of the tennis experience on the road. So welcome to my travel tennis bag setup. So we're going to start with the front. It's got this little add-on here, we call it our wet dry bags. This is where I put my shoes usually. These are my Asics Gel Resolution shoes. I've been using these for quite a while now, as you can tell. They're pretty worn up. I tend to slide quite a lot, and for some reason on the side of my shoes just tear these up to pieces. So these really need to go, but it's just my favorite shoes. So we're gonna take this off now and look inside the main bag. So inside the bag, we've got, start with the rackets, of course. So these are my own Kancha rackets. They're actually a head gravity underneath. A good friend who does some nice custom painting. Maybe we'll offer rackets someday. But I just love this black colorway. But as you can imagine, I like to keep around a little vintage racket sometimes. Federer is always my idol, so I carry this around for fun. It's his old pro stuff. Pete Sampras's as well. Fell in love with that style of tennis. I've got a one-handed backhand myself, and I just take this racket around with me sometimes for a bit of fun. I don't usually play that much with it. I usually carry 3. I find 3 is perfect. I have 2 or 3 for travel. If I make sure they're strung before I go, that's usually absolutely fine. And then inside I've got my book here. I just like to carry this around because I'm reading this book at the moment. It's called Key Person of Influence. It's just it's a business book really, but I think it applies a lot to tennis, and I think it's a great book. Inside, this is our Pro Organizer. So this is where I just keep everything nice and organized inside the bag. So you can see right here, everything's just compartmentalized. Take that out of the Velcro, and we'll look at this separately. So inside the Pro Organizer, I've just got my resistance bands. I use this quite a bit for just warming up before I play, or even just going to the gym. It's a great warm-up tool that always is really good to get warmed up and ready to play. And in the main compartment here, we have hat. I love this hat. It's a Nike hat, just quite a cool little camo design. Don't always play with the hat, but sometimes it gets hot, sometimes it's sunny, or sometimes hair's just growing a bit long and I like to keep it out of my eyes with a hat. Put it on back when feeling cool enough. But this is definitely a good thing to have in the bag when I'm traveling. This is just a little fun towel I've got. It's a microfiber towel. It's nice and small. I like to take this with me just because it's so light. It's also very quick drying, and it fits in my bag perfectly. Whether I'm going to the gym or hitting on the court, and I can use this towel to keep dry when I'm on court. Inside the bottom, I always keep a nice change of clothes. Change of clothes in here, and just some t-shirts, some shorts, just things like that. There's obviously my little Kancha shirt here. I like to keep that around with me depending on where I'm going. Always good to have in handy. Let's go back to the main bag. So inside this nice main compartment here is where I keep some other little essentials. I've got, it's called a little power bank by Anchor, which is quite good for attaching to my phone. I can use that to juice up my phone if I'm running out of battery on the road. Got a nice little speaker here for music on court or when I'm traveling, so good to take that around with me. Nice bit of deodorant, aluminium free. I'm big for aluminium free. So there we have it, guys. This little travel tennis setup. I hope it's been helpful to you when planning your next tennis getaway. It's a really lightweight, minimalist setup. It lends itself to traveling on planes, whether just weekend getaway, just all the essentials you need a few days away on a tennis trip. Right guys, there we are. Thanks so much for tuning in till the end. I hope these tennis tips were helpful for you when packing for your next travel tennis adventure. I'm actually going to go and play tennis myself now. So thanks for bearing with us. This is our first YouTube video, so I can promise you things are only going to get better from here. And like and comment and subscribe. Let us know what other content you want to see from us, and see you in the next video.